Welcome everybody to KayFabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. Handsome Nick Hanlon here. Yeah. Let's go. We're talking about Monday Night Raw, May 11th here on the why don't you check out the Dirty Glass podcast? My other podcast is the Dirty Glass podcast. Booze reviews for the unrefined. Go check it out. We also do travel pods, Vegas, Florida, London, all kinds of cool stuff, and we also review drinks. Either way, this is KayFabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. My name's Handsome Nick Hanlon, and we're talking about Monday Night Raw. And this was a match-heavy Monday Night Raw. I'm pleasantly surprised. They are obviously listening to me finally, because aren't we all sick of a 2.5-hour show with 2.5 matches? I mean, you need the promos, you need the story build, you need the backstage stuff, but you need to balance it. It shouldn't be all one or the other. And this was a great match-heavy Raw. We start out with the Vision opening up the show. We got Austin Theory coming out looking like Braun's little brother that his mother made him take out with him, and Braun did not want to take him. Wise Man says Seth was not ready, and that's why he lost, even though Seth pulled off the match. I mean, let's face it. Braun was a botch fest here for Braun. I think Seth Rollins really helped actually pull the match off. Since we're not talking kayfabe anymore, because John Cena has totally just shot that out of the water with his stupid goddamn tournament that basically shits in the face, I'm just going to talk about it. Braun screwed that match almost, and Seth pulled it out of the water. The last 40 minutes was great. Either way, if we're talking kayfabe, Heyman says he wasn't ready, yada, yada, and that's why he lost. So, yeah. Austin, the Street Profits come out, and, they want their Vision pieces, of course, and Austin Theory saying the Street Profits need a title because, Bianca Belair can't pay the bills. Pretty funny. And the Street Profits says they want the smoke. And somebody mentioned Joe Hendry's name before the Street Profits come out, and I was getting really worried because I didn't see Joe Hendry pop out. Pretty sure Logan Paul mentioned his name. And I was getting very concerned that they're dropping Say His Name and he will appear. Well, he does appear and sings the Fire with Logan Paul song. 6-man tag team match breaks out. Love it. I love the song. Joe Hendry, you're making me a fan. It's great stuff. Now, do I think that you can take on any of these folks on the main roster? I maybe hang on to that guitar a little longer. This is a good match. Braun actually looked like a monster. The Street Profits were in tip-top shape. Logan Paul is more cut than I've ever seen anybody cut. And Austin Theory actually made me laugh. So, I mean, I can't complain. And this was a good match. Everybody looked great. They were flying around. Seth Rollins interferes. He takes out Braun. Street Profits get a roll up. And Street Profits and Joe Hendry win the 6-man tag. Braun goes after Seth with his spear. And he moves it away, and it hits not Montel, the other Street Profit, who looks great. He's lost a ton of weight. The bigger one, not the flippy one. So anyway, we got a little bit of tension between the Street Profits and Seth Rollins, even though they're in the same battle, but it's hard for the Street Profits to trust Seth Rollins after all this Vision stuff, which is understandable. Seth Rollins was definitely not exactly out for anybody but himself. And who says that he's out for anybody but himself now? I'm sure he would screw over the Street Profits if he had to in a second. Penta comes out, does a little, promo. He just says, basically, you come out and say it to my face. So Ego Ethan Page comes out straight from Hamilton, Ontario, the greatest city in the world. Says he wants a title match versus Penta because he pinned him last week, and that puts him first in line. Ethan says he needs a spotlight, so he'll fight on Saturday instead of tonight, because Penta wanted to fight right away. Ethan Page is like, whoa. Let's slow it down there, Kambickle. He says he needs a spotlight. He needs to show respect to the straps, and he wants it to be on a main show like Saturday Night Main Event. I got to respect that. That makes a lot of sense. Why would you do it just there on Raw? Make it a big event. Well, here comes Rusev. Penta does accept this challenge. Rusev says he deserves a title shot, and he really doesn't like the fact that Ethan Page is jumping the line. He says Ethan Page, he makes him laugh or whatever. He amuses him, he said. He said, but he can find other amusements. And Ethan Page agrees. He's like, yeah. No. You should have the first title match. You should have one before me for sure. I went and talked to Adam Pearce and tried to get you a title shot, but then Javon Evans came in and started talking crap about you, saying that you can't even beat him. Why would you get a title match? And Rusev looked very angry. But here comes Javon Evans to say, you lying. You lying. He was, but hey, an impromptu match comes out of this. We got Javon Evans versus Rusev. And what a great pairing. These two guys can't be more opposite in regards to style. Now, this is match number 2 already. Very exciting. And every time I see Javon Evans hit that OG cutter, I'm still impressed. I still can't believe it. He always does something that is just like, holy cow. I'm really a little nervous about this kid. He's 21, so kid, I guess. I can call him a kid. I just worry about his style and him getting injured. But he's young. Give him a few years. He'll have to adapt, kind of like, Kofi Kingston, for example. He still does some jumping, but you bring it down a bit so you can protect your body. Either way, Javon Evans is definitely one of the most impressive wrestlers on the roster right now, and he beat Rusev clean. This is Javon Evans' biggest win, like hands down. I couldn't believe it, and a great match. I'm so excited. I'm so excited also to see Rusev in the spotlight, and I do believe Javon Evans might want to watch his back because the Bulgarian Brute, I don't believe, is happy about that loss. So we got Io talking to Asuka about, Asuka saying she's been looking for somebody to take over. I don't know what she's taking over as. Is she just the top, Asian wrestler or something? Like, I don't really understand what she's taken over, but they did kind of a goodbye. I think Asuka's kind of moving into a part-time role. We probably won't see her for a little while. We got Paige and Brie Bella coming out, and Paige, I haven't seen you in a while, and I respect your wrestling, and I really love your style, and hey, I love the movie, but you got the biggest boobs I've ever seen for a woman your size. Holy cow. You're falling out of that spiky bra. It was a sight to be seen. Anyway, Raquel and Rodriguez comes down with her partner. I don't know why I can't remember people's names right now. It's Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez come down and tell them, like, they need to just hand over the championship because really they're just, they're just old and haggard. And Paige is basically just there, and they're just waiting for her next controversy before they leave, so they might as well just hand over the title. Well, it looks like I'm having some technical difficulties as well as not being able to read people's names. Anyway, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez come down. They get into a big fight. Liv Morgan shows up, takes out the rest of... Why is everything going dark? All right, it's recording. Takes out Brie Bella and Paige, the old haggard bitches, as she likes to put it. And, well, hey, Judgment Day stood tall. All right. We got Sol Ruca versus IYOSKY, and this was a hell of a match. And Sol Ruca, man, she hits a Spanish fly on IYOSKY off the top rope. And she also does a corkscrew moonsault, springboard, corkscrew moonsault to the outside of the ring. Insane. Blue Thunderball by Ruca, just insane. She did a cartwheel on the top rope and hits a DDT to IYOSKY. I mean, she just did something I've never seen before. It was an incredible, incredible match. And I just can't wait to see more of these guys. Yeah, it's pure technical difficulties, people. IYOSKY is the best wrestler on the card. I mean, she put on a hell of a match, and I really like how she held back a little bit because she was all sad for Asuka. Let's lose the kayfabe a little bit, but you could tell she was emotional. IYOSKY gets a win, and Sol Ruca's trying to hit her Soul Snatcher. IYOSKY moves back a little bit, real subtle, and rolls her up. What a great ending to this match. Sol Ruca, really, I can't wait to see more of her. She's going to be incredible. We got, Michael Cole or somebody, they were comparing her to Lita. I mean, Lita had like a couple moves, and she was great, but Sol Ruca, she's doing stuff I've never seen before. It's not just Hurricanranas, right? So, much respect to Lita, but I don't know if they are in the same category, in my opinion. Oba Femi challenge opens up, and nobody wants to come out. Adam Pearce comes out. He gets booed, thank God, because screw you, Adam Pearce, and says he cancels it. Oba Femi did not like that. Oba Femi went to the back and found the first two wrestlers, grabbed them, which happened to be Angel and Berta of Algarza. brings him into the ring, does a running European uppercut fest. He hits both of them with like 5 going across the ring. Oh man! And then he picks them both up and throws them like sacks of potatoes. Obo wins. Incredible. Yeah, and we got Finn, we got Dominic Mysterio. He's going to be going defending his Triple H title. A really cool thing. Just before the match, Finn Balor out of nowhere comes out and body checks JD into a wall and takes him out. Goes, I guess you got to go out there alone. And Dom looks at him and goes, well, at least I'm defending gold. You wouldn't know anything about it. Finn just looks at him. Pretty good match. I mean, this is all, again, just a commercial for the AAA pay-per-view on the 30th for the Mask versus Mask. But it was a hell of a match. What a great match. I mean, these two, they can wrestle. I mean, it's the Chad Gable Americano, the OG, and he's got American made in their masks as whatever they're called. And, we got Dominic Mysterio out there putting on a hell of a match. I love both these wrestlers. I can't wait till Chad Gable loses on the 30th and he loses that stupid mask and this whole Americano thing's done and there's only one Americano and that's it. Let's finish it up. But either way, what a great match. Of course, the other Americano distracts the OG Americano. Dominic gets a 6'9", retains the title. It was such a close match right from the beginning, though. I wasn't sure who was going to win. Actually, I knew what was going to happen. What am I talking about? So anyway, that's like match number 4, I think, 4 or 5. And these matches are pretty long matches. They're actually allowing them to tell a story in the ring. I'm really, really liking the more match situation. OTC time. OTC says that Fatu has to acknowledge him because that was part of the contract. Fatu did not like that. He did not look pleased when, Jay was waiting back there trying to hold him back and saying, hey, think about it, be smart. Well, Fatu decides just to take out Jay with a multiple amount of headbutts, comes out to the ring, takes out Jimmy, goes to the ring, starts fighting with Roman because he's like, I was never going to acknowledge you. And a huge fight breaks out. And Roman comes back a few times, even beats Fatu down with a chair. And Fatu comes back and still destroys Roman Reigns. He gets that Tonga chokehold on him, puts him through a table. I mean, he got beat down several times and just came back like nothing happened. Fatu's an animal. He looked possessed. And when he was done beating him down, the Usos came down to make sure Roman was okay. They're on the outside against the barrier. Fatu's almost to the top of the ramp. He runs down Braun Breaker style full speed and takes all 3 of them out. This is one of the best collisions I've seen taking out that barrier. They've been doing the barrier take out less, so it's actually making it cooler. But he jumps. He's like takes their heads out. All 3 of them to the ground. You know what I mean? Fatu is taking over wrestling. I love it. I love it. I love it. I know it's not technically a match, but man, that beatdown, that promo, that whole scene with Fatu against Roman and Fatu standing above Roman with that belt. I think Roman's got some challenges he's definitely going to have to deal with when it comes to Fatu. I feel like Fatu's going to have a strap probably by SummerSlam. Let's hope anyway. Maybe a couple straps, huh? Let's just make Fatu the ultimate champion. Just give him all the belts. Make him the strap man. Give him that stupid John Cena fan voted belt too. What the hell? Whoever wins it, Fatu should just go down there and kill the guy and take the belt. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm still talking about John Cena. He's supposed to be retired. When is he going to go away? Let's do a prayer. Please, Lord, make John Cena go away forever. Make him and his stupid ideas go away forever. His stupid suit, his stupid hair plugs, his stupid too big face, go away forever. His stupid game show talking voice that he has now, his incredibly boring talking style that he has now, just please make him go away at least for a year or 2. And then maybe I'll be happy to see him. Maybe I'll miss him. He's got me so upset about this John Cena Classic crap. It killed Backlash for me. It killed it. Anyway, like and subscribe. KayFabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. My name's Handsome Nick Hanlon. Just remember, if you think I'm wrong, you're probably wrong. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it so I can argue why you're obviously wrong. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Boom! 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 Yeah, 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 yeah.